Hey, how you doing this week? This is video blog number 3, I think. Still trying to get into the rhythm of this. It's sometimes hard because I'm not used to like filming on a consistent schedule, but here we are, gonna film number 3. I figured I would just kind of give a recap of some fun stuff. Um, Last night did my first ever live tweeting session, so to speak. Basically was kind of watching the CMT Awards as I was doing some other stuff, and we were tweeting our thoughts. It was actually, pretty fun. I've heard of other people doing that before, and I always thought it was kind of like, what, really? But then I tried it, and I really got into it. Had a lot of fun, and the CMT Awards, man, it was partly made me miss Nashville, partly just kind of made me wonder, like, what is going on? What is that? I just saw a lot of stuff where it was like, oh, lots of spray tans and super white teeth and stuff too. um, but yeah, I was kind of happy to see that the whole Red Solo Cup song didn't do insanely well. I was gonna have to get on and rant about that on my next video blog that I had planned on filming today. So I just don't get that song. I mean, I get the song, but it's just like I don't get why it's so popular. It's if country music appeals to the masses or whatever, and they're just giving the masses what they want, I don't know. I feel like that is not saying a lot for the masses, maybe. I don't know. Just my perspective on it. But nonetheless, that was my first super fun tweeting experience, and we actually made it to over 500 tweets last night. And then, yeah, got a few new friends and everything out of that. Um, Also, on our YouTube page, last week I made a video to submit to co-host Elvis Week 2012, which is big like celebration around the 16th of August when he died. And they have a contest right now that you could submit videos to co-host. So of course I made one of those. So you should, go check that out. And then speaking of that, if you want to check it out, cool. If not, I found a few funny pictures in the process of making that video that I figured I would just post up here to show you. First one is the first time I went to Graceland. I must have been like 6 years old, something like that. And man, I've got some pretty sweet shorts on, wouldn't you say? Those were like my favorite. They had little ice cubes on them, I think they were, and they were really long. And yeah, I dug those things. Next, this is like the next time I was at Graceland, and this is me and my dad in front of the house. Now check out those shorts on my dad. Those are some sweet shorts. And I've got some pretty badass socks with my sandals on, wouldn't you say? Oh, fashion from back in the day. And then this next picture, this is totally not even something relating to Graceland or Elvis, but I was headed to practice on Monday or Tuesday or whenever that was, and I was stopped at a stop sign, and I looked over, and I just died laughing because I thought this had to be the most funny graffiti that I've ever seen. It was so big and just blatantly like ridiculous that I was like dying laughing. So I figured I'd run around the block and take a picture so I could, share it with anyone. Got some pretty good news this week about November, December of last year, actually. We were notified that the people that owned our condo we rent, Laura and I rent, the owners had let it go into foreclosure. So we were kind of like, oh man, what are we going to do? Our lease, it's up next month. So we were kind of starting to get a little worried. Plus, in the meantime, wondering who are we paying our rent to then? So that's been going on for quite a few months, but this month we got some really great news. The property manager was able to buy all the condos, closed on it finally, and we don't have to move. They're gonna let us stay, so we do have a place to live now. So everybody clap your hands. Last night I came home from softball, and you'll never believe what happened. There was a full-on double rainbow. So check this video out that I shot.
It's a full-on double rainbow. What does this mean? Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a rainbow.
All right, everybody. Hope you have a great weekend. Don't party too hard, and just remember, be safe, be kind.